It is a great joy and honor and privilege to introduce one of the most wonderful young artists I have met. And I'm proud to say that I think I've known her 10 years or so more, maybe more.
About 10, yeah.
About 10 years?
A little more than 10.
So she was a complete kiddo when I met her, and
12.
12 years, and heard this voice, and it has been just like magic to see what she has done with this voice and this talent and character. The program where I met Kendra was called YMP, Young Musicians Program, and then it became YMCO, not under the umbrella of Cal anymore, run by this extraordinary woman, Daisy Newman, who has kept it together with blood, sweat, and tears for the last years. And that's how I met you, was when you were in the program.
My brother and I had both been at the Boys and Girls Club, and it hadn't been a very good fit. So we were looking for alternative summer programs, and I didn't play an instrument, didn't have an instrument. So I walked in there and I sang something from Carousel.
Yeah.
And I definitely messed up the pitches. But Daisy took me in. It was Daisy's first year, I believe.
Was it really?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah. And she took me in, and we had a very long journey together. YMCO is an amazing program, and it's based on, at least it was when I was there, based on the power triangle.
It still is.
Still is.
Yeah.
Which is musicianship, citizenship, and academics. With this power triangle, the whole point is to help students achieve goals and get into college is like one of the main.
Yeah, it is. It is really a youth program too. And they don't, a lot of the kids don't necessarily become musicians, but they start there.
I was staying at a commune of sorts. Had grown up in one for my life, and YMP decided that they wanted to find alternative housing, maybe more parental oversight, and so they decided that they wanted to try to find a place for me to stay closer to YMP and more within the folds of the community. And so they tried a few options, and nothing was really working out. And that was about the time that Flicka met me. So I was 14, 15.
Yeah.
And found out about the situation, found out that they were trying to find a stable housing situation for me, and had been having difficulties. And she, of course, just volunteered herself first and foremost, and then volunteered, others, because she's such a network and a community of people that I would say have been drawn to her, but also been built up by her, and then build each other up. I have to mention one of the first operas, I think the first opera I ever went to was with YMCO brought us to see Berkeley Opera at the Berkeley Playhouse Theater, and they did Baby Doe. And that was my first experiencing a live opera.
Wow.
So it's just a funny full circle thing.
Yeah. So what was it like the first day you opened the score of Pelléas?
The first day I opened the score, well, it's written for soprano, which I am not, but I know the way had been paved by fabulous mezzos such as yourself. I was drawn to it immediately, I think. Yeah. I've always taken more to operas that have a theatrical, lean. Yeah. And the fact that the music was written for the language, in a more of a play theater.
Exactly.
Than an opera sort of way necessarily. Yeah. I was really drawn to that. I love I love the colors that
Yeah.
Debussy has, and so being able to try to find colors in my own voice was really an exciting task. And
Yeah.
I think I approached it that way, much less than like, can I sing this? It
Yeah.
was, you know,
Yeah.
can I make this text as colored and nuanced as the music?
Yeah, and also I think what's marvelous with the French language is that the French really love their language, and I love their language too. And it has its own color that completely belongs to the language, and so it is a complete expression of Debussy's kind of character. You know, it's I always go back to this phrase, but it's a Pelléas phrase. This, on a brisé le glace avec des fers rougis. And the image of that, of we have broken this with hot irons, it would never sound that great in another language. Maybe not even Italian. You know, on a brisé le glace avec des fers rougis. And it's, I love that. It shows off the language. Now, why do you think, I have a question, why do you think she lies?
Oh, I was going to ask you that question. I think it's a protective mechanism.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But then it becomes a question of how much does she lie?
Yeah.
When is she lying, and when is she telling the truth?
You're right.
And when is what she's saying the truth to her or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that Mélisande is human?
Really
This is what
good question.
Couture and I ask this every
If
day.
she's human. Yeah, I do. Does Couture?
We're still figuring it out.
Do you?
I think she's got one foot on Earth. at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.